Mr. Speaker, after 8 years, this Prime Minister has done nothing but recklessly spend, spend, spend. Not only was $54 million rushed into the poorly functioning Arrive scam app, but $11 million taxpayer dollars given to a so-called consulting company employing 2 people working out of their basements doing absolutely no work. Talk about hitting the taxpayer lottery. It is beyond clear that the NDP-Liberal government is simply not worth the cost. The question is simple. Which minister was responsible for this costly hiring?
The Honourable Minister.
I don't want to disappoint my colleague across the aisle, but no minister was responsible for those contracting practices. Those contracting practices were done by public servants. And Mr. Speaker, we have said if committees want to look into these issues, we welcome that examination. The Border Services Agency, when they uncovered irregularities, called for an independent audit and referred the files to the appropriate authorities. That's what a responsible government does, in spite of some of the silly questions from the other side.
The honourable member from Brantford-Brant.
Canadians want these questions asked of this ethically and morally challenged government. Public officials were caught lying. Insiders who became millionaires through the Arrive scam were caught lying. It's time for honesty and clarity in this House. For weeks we've heard the same talking points from this minister. No action. No one's been charged. No one's been fired. So once again, will the minister responsible for this fiasco that the RCMP is investigating please stand up?
The honourable minister.
Mr. Speaker, my honourable friend knows very well that when any irregularity with respect to contracting practices comes to light, the responsible thing for senior public servants who administer these rules to do is to refer them to the appropriate authorities, to establish the facts from external audits. That's exactly what the Border Services Agency did. Mr. Speaker, if committees want to look into this matter, we welcome that exercise as well. And my honourable friend should know very well that it's not elected ministers that decide who faces criminal charges. It's the police and prosecutors, and I have every confidence they'll do their job.
Absolutely.